said, hey. You said, hey. You said, hey. You said, hey.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you once again for joining me. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, thank you for being part of my Toobies family. I just wanted to say thank you once again, guys, for the great criticism. Is it constructive criticism? Yeah, I'm still growing, guys, bit by bit. I'll get there, but thank you once again, guys. And to check out what my channel is about, please do view my previous stories. It's not really stories, it's just me sharing some insight of the things that I've went through. In terms of mental illness, I've come across a lot of things, and I'm still gonna share with you guys. I'm still in the process of making myself better, making myself grow as an individual, as a mom, as a sister, as a friend. My mental health is also like important. But what I'm going to speak about today is guys, my labor experience, my birth experience? No, my labor experience, what I experienced when I gave birth. It's one of the things that I don't know if it contributed to my mental health, but some of the things just kind of like summed up to why certain things happened when I was in labor. It was so guys, I went into labor around 2. I got to the hospital, I get my stuff, but listen, your girl left her bag at home. But I took like my son's things, so obviously we had 2 separate bags. I had left my things at home and I took his bag, so because obviously he's still new to this world, he needs attention. Whatever I left will come after. So I got there, my pains were so bad, guys. They were so bad. When I got there, I think, oh guys, who invented flies? Like really, when I got there, I think it was around like past 2. It wasn't that far apart because the hospital's right here where I live, and yeah, it wasn't as bad. So when I got there, obviously I went into the labor room, into the labor section. Let me not say labor room, labor section. That's where the labor rooms are and where they keep the people that are having their contractions or being monitored before giving birth, that kind of thing. Those people with high blood and stuff. So yeah, so I went in there and I was waiting. This lady kept me waiting, guys. She was busy doing ups and downs. She's like, I'm coming, and she wasn't working alone, but she was going around alone. I did not understand that. But as I was sitting there, this other lady comes in and she's just sitting like this. Mind you, I'm breathing like hectic. I'm trying to absorb all this earthly air, guys. Like, it was hectic. So I'm sitting there and this lady comes in and she's sitting like, you know, nothing's happening, like, and the lady's like, are you in labor, or did they send you here to get checked or monitored? And she's like, no, I'm in labor. And then the nurse was like, oh, okay, I'll attend to you now. I need to check this lady first, blah 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 blah. So she took me into the room. She got me onto the machine where it checks the baby's heartbeat and I think the blood pressure, or my blood pressure, and why did I forget this word? Hey, my contractions, guys. Hey, so okay. Everything was fine. Obviously I have low blood, so yeah, it wasn't as good as I thought. So after she had checked me, she sent me to my room. Obviously what I was happy about was that I was in a room where only 2 people can share, and I thought I was gonna drink the rest, guys. I wasn't ready, but she sent me to my own room, and yeah, I was screaming in there alone. Next thing what happened, the lady that I was sitting next to, she gave birth after 5 minutes, and here I am, I'm screaming, guys. It's only 5 o'clock. I don't care where I put my phone, I don't care what's happening. All of a sudden another girl joins me, but when she joins me, it's around, I think around 6:30 or 7, but already the nurses that come in the morning were already there. So this lady comes in and she's like, oh okay, she checks our files, and then she checks mine. She looks at me. Yo guys, I felt like hiding my face. Hi Gerigir. It's my mom's friend. Rithabile. Luena Omo. Yo guys. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm also here. She's like, yo, Spanman gave birth also a few months ago, blah. I was like, okay. I did not care because, guys, I was in pain. She's like, yo, let me check you, Wanaka, all that stuff. Like, I'm surprised she still even remembers me. But anyway, she checked my how far I was, and when she checked that, she's like, yo, you're not far. I think I was around 4, and what's worse is that my water hadn't broke yet. So obviously the contractions were painful, but the water hadn't broke yet. She's like, I'm coming back. When she came back, she came with such a big needle, guys. I don't know how people cope. Like, I'm scared of needles. I know when it's important to get one, but you know when you go to clinic, guys, you don't rest from needles. You don't. So she took this other big needle, and then I don't know what she had placed in there, and then she broke my water, and then anklaba on my bums so that the process can be faster. Yo guys, I thought she's giving me a epidural. Until next, it's making me worse. So now after she had injected me, I was like, no, I need to poop. I need to poop. As I was getting off the bed, guys, I vomited. So obviously next week in York, I was eating a lot of junk while I was pregnant. So it was worse. It was bad. After that, she's like, no, don't worry, they'll clean it up. The lady was cleaning up, was not impressed. She was not impressed. She's like the basin is right here. Why did you use the basin? Why are you forcing to vomit on the floor? Who's supposed to clean that, guys? If you're in labor, you just don't care. So I vomited on the floor and I left it there, and I went to the bathroom. What's irritating about public bathrooms is that, not public, like public hospital bathrooms, is that these ladies do not clean after themselves. So you find pads, you find cotton, is it cotton wool? You find cotton wool, you find you know that odor of blood, like old blood. Like, it was disgusting, guys. It was disgusting. I needed the toilet, but I think it was just up here. I didn't need the toilet. The labor pains were excruciating. So I left it was so funny because the girls that were in there that were bathing, they weren't in pain. And I was like, am I the only one who's supposed to experience labor pains? Like, it was bad. So fine, I went out of the toilet, and when I came back, obviously the lady had cleaned up and she had bought me more porridge. Guys, I left that porridge there. I'm not gonna eat porridge while I'm in pain. I don't want nothing. I don't want anyone next to me. I don't want anything. So obviously baby daddy comes, they're busy screaming my name. Hey, which room is Tabile? Hey, the baby's father wants her. Obviously that hospital, they allow you to have the baby's father present during giving birth. So it was one of those moments. So Balisa's mom came back, my friend's mom came back, and she she's like, okay, let me check it. Guys, you know the hand thing, the hand checking thing of putting the hand in there, it never ends until you give birth. It does not end. So now here I am, she's checking me, she's putting her hand in there. Yo, I felt like screaming, but she was helping me. So she put her hand, she's like, oh, okay, you're not far, give it a few hours. Around, I think it was like 8, 9 at that time. She's like, give it a few hours, you'll be fine, I'll come back. I'm still like, I'm going to do my job, I'll be back. I'm like, this lady. So she leaves, and guys, it's bad. And I told baby daddy, I was like, you know what, I think you should just get some air, because these pains don't want to see you. I think you should wait outside. And he's like, nope, I'm not going anywhere, I'll wait till you give birth. And then I think he had a call, and then he went outside. As he was outside, this doctor comes in. So this doctor is checking the people that are going to have C-sections. So obviously my baby wasn't breached. She was checking the lady that came in the morning. So when she came with the student doctors. When they came in, do they call them student doctors or interns? Yeah. So when they came in, obviously guys, I was wearing a gown only. My gown was open like this. Everything was outside. The shandies, everything was outside. And this doctor is like, Tabile. Obviously she looked at my file, but she wasn't there for me. She's like, Tabile, now you want everyone to see your business. Kuala OC. I was like, I do not care. Those people should leave the room. This is my room. This is me. I have to be free. And then she's like, and then she's laughing there. Obviously the interns are laughing also. And she's like, okay guys, no, let's leave because our job is done here. And then they laugh and leave. I was like, good shots. As they left, guys, I was screaming. No, I think it was the point where I was just like, I'm in labor now. I'm in labor. But I says, Mom, come through. So I think a few minutes later she came in and she checked me again, and she's like, you're not where I want you to be, but let's go. So as we went into the labor room, obviously the person was there before, like they were bleeding like excessively, so the blood was just like everywhere and on the chair. Guys, I did not care. I was waiting like this next to the labor chair, and this lady's like, we will call you, like just wait at the door, like be patient. And Palace's mom was laughing. It's like, hey, oh baby, how monad. And then I was waiting there at the door, and I was sitting on the floor. I can say we pikita in Soto, but I was there on the ground, guys. I was on the ground, and I was just like, guys, I need to give birth. And I was telling baby daddy, he was holding my hand. He's like, no, get up. I was like, you don't know what I'm going through, please leave me alone. And this nurse comes, and she's like, oh, see, but I was like, leave me alone, guys. If you could have seen what I was doing in that room, guys. I was like, leave me alone, lady. And she's like, askis. And then she left, she passed. And I was sitting there and pikita on the floor, guys. I was like, no, why are you taking so long? I don't talk, guys, but that day I was pushed. So after she's done, I got into the chair. I was weak, guys. I was super weak, and I could feel it. And she's like, okay, first things first, you don't push with your throat. You push as if you are pooping. And I was like, what if I poop? And she's like, it's my job to clean it up. You poop and you give birth, and don't kill the child. So here I am, Retabile doesn't listen, pushes with the throat. It was horrible, and it felt like I grated my throat. And she was like, you're not listening, you're gonna kill the baby. The head is out, but you're not pushing the way I want you to push. So obviously by the shoulders, guys, you push excessively. So as I was trying to push, She's like, you're going to kill the baby. And she's like, no, you know what? I'm going to cut you. Oh, I felt that cut. I can even still feel it today. Like she cut me like unkatile, guys. You know, cut and cut. She cut me, and after she cut me, the baby out. After I gave birth, obviously she goes and weighs the baby, and then oh no, I'm lying. After I gave birth, she brought the baby, obviously skin to skin, and I couldn't enjoy my baby at that time because I was weak. As I was holding my child, obviously I was breastfeeding. As I was holding my child, I fainted. I black out. So baby daddy obviously took the baby, and they watched the baby, weighed the baby, and then as I was sleeping there, but I could feel, I think I got up and I could feel when she was like stitching me. I could feel it because there's a part where she didn't inject, and obviously when that thing went through, I don't know if it's a needle or what, when it went through, I could feel it in my skin. But it wasn't, yeah, let me say it wasn't bad, but it wasn't, yeah, nothing to die for. So as I was done, she's like to me, no, listen, your blood levels are too low. Spend at least 15-20 minutes sleeping. I will wake you up when someone else needs to use the room. And then she covered me, everything. And then she, obviously baby daddy was sitting at the corner with the baby, and I was still on the labor chair, and I fell asleep. And this lady was bringing me porridge. I don't know what's with porridge in public hospitals, but she kept bringing me porridge, guys. I left it there the second time. So obviously they brought the wheelchair, and I went to my room. Now this is where things got hectic. When I got into the room, guys, the ward, you share a ward with 10 women. I think it's 10. I didn't count, but it seemed like more than 10. So that room, but the room that I was in the first time, it was huge. So there was a lot of us, but they put me by the window, and it was so hot. As I was, but obviously the bed is high. I have stitches, guys. I had to climb the bed so high, and I could feel my stitches. They were stretching, like, oh, guys. I put my baby, and I was like, you know what, nurse? There was a nurse next to me, and she's like, and I was like, nurse, can you please guard my baby? I need the toilet urgently. And she's like, no, don't worry, they don't steal kids here anymore. I was like, okay, that doesn't make me feel any better, but please guard my child. Yo, guys, I hate flies. Please guard my child. I need to, like, you know, guys, when you need to pee and the pee's like right at the door, like you're holding yourself in. That's how I was walking. I ran, like running in pain to the bathroom because I felt like something was coming out. As I went to the bathroom, as I sat down, something like sort of a rush went down, like into the toilet. Hakir, another baby. I'm joking. It was a horrible amount of blood, guys, and the smell was so warm, like warm blood. You can smell warm blood. When it gets cold, it smells like, you know, steel wool. It smells steel. That's how blood smells when it's dry. But that one smelled warm. It smelled fresh, and it smelled, but you could feel that it's warm also because obviously it's running down your thighs. Yeah. So as I was sitting there, I was like, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I need to go home. So obviously they give you these thin, like, I don't know what they call them. Is it Dr. Martin or whatever they call them, guys? I don't know the name. They give you these thin ones so that they don't cause any blisters or any infections. So it's sort of like a light material. And mine was soaking, like it was soaking, and I couldn't use it again, so I had to throw it into the toilet. As I was sitting there, I became weak again. I became so weak. I literally slept in the bathroom, like for I think a good 2 minutes. I slept. I was just like, I needed to rest so that I can walk back to my room, like to the ward. So as I got up, obviously I don't have a pad with me. I don't have anything with me. Your girl took, you know, they give you those green gowns, whatever they call them. I took the gown and I put it in between so that my blood doesn't run down. But obviously I wasn't naked. I took that part on the bottom and I closed it so that when I get to the ward, I can be like, I need another pad. Like I need, not another pad, I need pads. So as I got there, no, I'm lying. As I opened the door, the bathroom door, I'm holding myself, guys. I'm literally walking, but something is pulling me down. Like, you know, when you are about to faint, something is, my mind is super weak. I am weak. I am, yeah. As I was walking, I passed, obviously, my ward is in one, it was the third room from the bathrooms. As I was walking back, I passed I remember passing the first one. As I passed the second one, I fell down on the floor. I literally fell down. And because I'm from the bathroom, I was looking if there were trails of blood because my blood was starting to run down my legs. As I got to that room, the one before ours, I fell. But before I could hit the ground, another nurse came and she picked me up. And as she picked me up, I was able to like wake up. And she's like, "Hey guys, bring the wheelchair, call nurse Mama." I don't know who the nurse is. "Bring the baby so that we can take." They put me in a room with people with C-section. Hey, those people don't sleep, guys. Yo, those people don't sleep. So they put me in the section, and obviously I was up. They gave me another gown. I had to change. I had to put my baby in the, I don't know what they call those things, guys. Yo, guys, I'm not good with names. And my child was sleeping ever since I gave birth to him. He was sleeping, guys. He never cried. He was sleeping. Even the nurse was like, "Wake him up to feed him." I was like, "Oh, really?" But he was sleeping throughout. I think the only time he would wake up is when he would open his eyes, look around, and then shift a bit and then sleep again. Like, it felt like he knew I was in pain, like, guys. So as I was in there, obviously they were trying to put like the drip in so that I can get some energy back. They couldn't find blood, and they were like, "You know what, we'll just give you water. You'll just have to drink water throughout." So during my stay, obviously if you give birth after 10, you can't go home. I stayed overnight, and it was bad because when I woke up, my bed was full of, it was like a blot of blood. So I had to change. They had to change my mattress. They had to change my gown. And it was, yo, guys, I was in pain. I think I'm not used to stitches, especially down there. I was in pain. I was in deep pain, and I was exhausted. So it was, guys. Luckily, when I got home, my granny, I went to my grand's place. She looked after me. I was in bed rest for 2 weeks. I was still weak at home, but you know, grannies have their magic. And yeah, I was able to enjoy my baby. I was able to sleep. I was able to some bed rest. My aunts were there to help me, and it was amazing, guys. But fainting, that I never thought I'd faint in my life, but it was yeah. But after that, my anxiety just became at its peak. It became worse. It just, it was bad, guys. It was bad. But anyway, having a baby, it's a journey on its own. Natural birth is a journey on its own. I don't know about C-section, but everything is a journey on its own, and experience it yourself. Don't hear what people say, otherwise you won't have babies, guys. experience it yourself, enjoy the experience. One day you'll be laughing and going like, yay! But anyway, guys, I'm glad you are here to hear my story. And thank you for viewing, thank you for liking. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to add me on my other social platforms. But once again, thank you guys. I love you too.